we got like, and it's so creepy. It's actually the word. It's disgusting. We got dick sucking right here. What is going on, right? we got we got slow. We got it. We got slow. Rider. We got some creepy things, man. The flyers they're really creepy. Swoop. You know that Fire King topped, right? An actual Yu-Gi-Oh event. Look at this. We got that one up there. All those times he played Wind Waker. There's our legs. I'll tell you, this is a disturbing picture. This is like a really, 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 really disturbing picture. Try. Yeah, the one I like the one down here. There's a little uni right there, but I like the one down here because it has this. It looks like my camera. Trying to relook at the screen. Looks like my camera's not wanting to have the. Wow. My camera's trying. There's Rye. So every time you're playing Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, it got spooky. Gosh, on the camera, it's just like looking like completely different from what I'm trying to show you. And here's this creepy thing. Look at this. You see that? Eating avocados. Fantasy. Being stared at. Go green, you know? Eating pussy. Look at that one. I see you by the door. She says badass Prince Silver. It's pretty bad aspirin when there's blood everywhere. Bloody shoes. What was always up with the vulture in Majora's Mask, right? HBO vulture. Let's get a blood eye to stare at us. That's what we need. We need the bloody head, you know? So odd, right? Way too odd. That's good for Mario 64 stuff. You'd be looking at that like the black bra. I was looking at some Liv Morgan stuff, you know? It's pretty crazy, right? There's the legs. I'll show you that one. Looking for the other stuff. BP. BP armor. Elden Ring. I showed you one of the creepiest things in Elden Ring. That BP thing, that was really, really, that's the best Elden Ring video you will ever see, I promise you. It's one of the best Elden Ring videos you will ever see in your life. It's on my channel. It's really crazy. That's why in Reigns they're going to be fighting, you know. Look at that. I am such a Mario 64 and has a little bit of Shadow of the Colossus, just a little bit of it. But like you know when you're hovering above a female as you're about to pound her pussy? This is such a weird picture, you know what I'm saying? It's weird. It's creative, it's good. It's scary, it's weird. That's why the floating humans are over here. Of course, you remember Soul Hackers, right? And you see a 3 around here. With so many creepy things around, you're like, you know, you're trying to think to yourself, like, there's the Diva one, I'll show you that one, but like, you're thinking that somewhere something's taking it a little bit too far, right? A Kayu Yaku Uni. Yeah, Lucifer before you go and fight Lucifer and Kayuyaku SMT. Yeah, crazy environment area. That is so good for Mario 64. And it's still looking like a rye. It's so funny. That's evil. No, Uni, you don't have sharp feet. That's Shadow of the Colossus. But then again, you'd make the argument because I froze my game and I saw you in there. What a creepy secret. You gotta play some Mega Man, right? You gotta play some Mega Man. Rockman. I like looking at this one. See this one right here? I love darkness. Ico. Yes, Ico, sure. Dude, Ico could be really creepy depending on what they're looking at, you know? Because remember, Ico is the game of having a bomb. In Ocarina of Time, you have bombs. It's really crazy. Uni runs. That's what's so disturbing about Uni, because that's why I pay attention to Shy Guy. Uni runs in the weirdest ways, you know? I double down. You know what I'm saying? I double down. If you were ever to like pay attention to something that would creep you out, like there's a sex mite flying. But like if you were ever to pay attention to anything that would creep you out, right? Of course, this is a wry idea. And you were trying to pay attention to anything. Has a little bit of Mario 64 mouth up there. But you're paying attention to something. Do you think I think it looks like Hover? Yeah, I think it looks like Hover. And you know you have the chin attachments, right? And I was talking about Shiva and everything, right? But get this one. Lady Gaga. We've had a commercial of perfume, of course, you know, Lady Gaga's perfume commercial stuff. And going into the you know, you looking at it? Where's the head, right? I see boobs. Do you see the head anywhere? It's really disturbing stuff. Shiver pointing you to something like this. Lick butt cheeks. You know, like actually lick butt cheeks, right? There's the other one. Look at that one. 1, 2. I like how they look. They're disturbing and they're like, you know. And then they're like, for Metroid Prime 4, they say to you, morphology. Do you think it'd be crazy if they did the Nintendo Switch 2 and like they had, right? They want to make it terrifying, right? What's an easy way to get somebody to buy a Nintendo Switch 2, right? Take Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4 is like one of the best games ever. And then put it on the Nintendo Switch 2. 1, 2. Look at this. That's side order stuff. Look at this side order stuff, right? Do you just want to, Zelda have her dead body attached to something, Uni maybe making fun of Zelda. I don't like Tri, dude. I do not like Tri. I told you guys, I don't like Tri. Tri's evil. Tri's a piece of garbage. You're aided with your friend Tri. And then the worst scenario is that you end up finding that Princess Zelda is just, right. You find out Princess Zelda is, because if you're trying to think about what's going on, there's two things that could happen, right? It could be Zelda's just, complete filth. There's the fade, of course. See the fade? I fell down in a burning ring of fire. That's good excitement right there for that one. That's good. Open your mouth. Yeah, you can actually look at a vagina like that. Yeah, imagining a set, just imagine a setting that you're walking around in a video game as a vagina, Mm-hmm. This Migaito, see? This Migaito stuff is pretty crazy, right? Migaito. When we eat our chips with, the cheesy, right? That's the way we should eat our chips, right? Those chips should definitely be like that. Shadow of Colossus chips. The worst part is, yes, a human's leg can look like that, only if they do things that are very naughty. You know, they can look, you can have a leg like that. With all the stuff around, you think, you know, the transgender stuff, there's all kinds of crazy things around this picture. There's the black. You need the darkness to cover the boobs. The darkness. That could add up to something, you know. Gosh, right? Some videos are really creepy. That's the truth. Yeah, there are some really creepy videos in the world. Who knows what's going on with that video, right? I don't know. There's a video you can go online with darkness. Viewer discretion be advised with nudity, you know. Who knows which one of those videos is doing something that's a little too much, right? You know, they took down the whole entire website, right? And what do you remember? You remember CNN always doing their premiums, right? Remember that? CNN always did the premiums. Look at that creepy thing. That's our ReFantagio teeth. Reed's Fantagio teeth looking like the thing that's going to get Wanderer's head. Yeah, I talk about a lot of, like, you know, mystical, crazy things because I'll tell you why I tell you. I got something else I'm trying to get to, you know. I got something else. I'm tired of seeing the wrong stuff. You see what I'm saying? I'm just tired of seeing the wrong stuff. So that's kind of like, you know. I think the Zauer candy for Astrobot, I think that's cool that Astrobot has something in it. But like at the same time, you know, it's also like, I'm telling you guys, like, there's just so many different things you should really look at, you know? I think Astrobot needs a cold shoulder. I think it does. It needs a cold shoulder. That way it just gets a little too messed up. It's like a game that has some good things in it. I'm also telling you something creepy too, by the way, while I'm looking for something else, right? But like I'm telling you something else too. I was told by somebody they wanted my own hand-on impressions of Monster Hunter Wilds. Somebody famous wanted me to tell you what my own opinion was on it. I think that it is scary. It's actually pretty scary. But I'm kind of like traumatized, actually really traumatized from it, and a little bit like messed up from it. Have you noticed? You have not seen a difficult video game in a while, right? That's kind of scary, right? You've not seen no difficult video game. Brown bear. That Lifetime movie's kind of scary. If you was your childhood and you saw that movie was really crazy. That's a crazy Lifetime about the brown bear, and yeah, there's all kinds of crazy things. And this thing's looking almost. See, it has a little bit of the tri face, and then it's almost looking like hover. But this one for Wilds, let me tell you. See how I did that? Let me tell you something for Monster Hunter Wilds. I think it's that bigger picture, like that bigger picture of why is there a chance that Monster Hunter Wilds it's gonna be another evil game, right? It's gonna be like that. I bet you I'm predicting it right. I don't know if I'm predicting it right or not, but I predict it to be like they're gonna, it's premium early access purchase, right? So that's what you know about it, which makes it kind of scary because I don't like early access payments. I don't like that. No, I don't like that. And then he's put a lot of good work into it though, so I can't argue. You know what I'm saying? I can't really argue that there's not been some good work put into it. There's good work put into it, but it's like you're getting what you expect. You know what I'm saying? You're expecting like my impressions of it are kind of odd. I have the impressions that it's going to be like, there's the Demi kids. I just have the impression, it's a brand new video game, but like it has to reach a general audience, right? And then I kind of have the thing about it is I'm like, it's the hard part of it too, because okay, he knows, the Monster Hunter developer, he knows how to make a well-designed Monster Hunter game. But then he also knows that he does not have to spend a lot of money doing the certain kind of mechanic he's doing. Now, you can really capture fear. You can capture fear by not being a difficult video game. And the way you can do that is for the other past video games. Try and get them to feel the other games like Bolts and Nuts. I was playing Banjo-Kazooie Bolts and Nuts, and that was really crazy. Just little ideas like that. Kazooie. See? Oh my gosh. Dude, a brown bear and Kazooie, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But like that's the way they like to portray the games too, and that's the creepy thing also. Like they're not having to make a very difficult video game for you. What they can do instead is mess with your brain. The movement, the visuals, the TV. I was even mad that you could debuff the game. That was making me mad because I kind of almost like it debuffed. I like it when it's debuffed. The Monster Hunter Wilds. Now I understand the textures and the movement, the updated textures, so there is creepy stuff to that though. But like, something about the debuff was getting my curiosity going, like why is there like kind of this idea that you can look at it at a different visual. The Sword and Shield was really good. I really like the Sword and Shield. I see, that's the thing. I find the game creepy because I can't really argue with this. The Sword and Shield's done pretty good. They did a good job with the Sword and Shield. It's different attacks. Everything looks awesome with it though. The visual, the shiny, it looks good. It's just like, why can I almost see it not being a difficult game? You know what I mean? Why would they do that? Well, the way people actually speak, like humans communicate, and the way that humans do things, and the way that humans affect other consumers, that's the reason. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. If you've noticed anything from me, nobody gets to me. You know what I'm saying? You can try and get to me, but you just don't get to me. And that's the thing that I noticed is basically it's like you're at this pinpoint, okay? Now let me try and understand this pinpoint to you because it is kind of creepy, but I'll let you this pinpoint now. The market is so terrible. It's awful. The market is like you had one successful video on YouTube, okay? This is what I was building this up to. Your YouTube channel, you found whatever successful video you chose to make. And you're letting everything affect you by that video. Right now, people like to talk about Zelda Skyward Sword, but the thing about it is it's like you don't get what's going on. He was rich. He was wealthy, right? He's a rich, wealthy guy, right? Michael Pachter, right? But that's the point. Do you get that? That's the sick point of it, too. So it's like, here's at that time frame. Here's Zelda Skyward Sword. And right at that time frame is just the time for him to do something about it, right? That game is one of the best Zelda games of all time. Zelda Skyward Sword, best game of all time. And the craziest part about it is they remastered it. And you're probably always wondering, why did they actually remaster it? Well, when they gave you the Joy-Cons, I've played with the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons have a different, kind of motion other than the Wii Motion Plus. So they wanted you to know what the heck was going on. The golden Wii remote, you were having a really creepy interaction, and it was pretty good, and it was fast. And then they even had the crazy idea of using the gamepad control, to have your finger keep flicking the ninja stars, right? But now they've made the Switch Joy-Cons to show you you're defenseless. And then they went with a stick control, which was hilarious. Guess why they went for the stick control, right? Of course, the spinning of an eye. And in Mario 64, you're spinning the eye. But you're a failure because you didn't get to the actual secret of Mario 64. You're just spinning an eye. And then you got the whole stage being a grape thing because, Mario's jumping on lava and his butt's getting all burnt. What the heck, right? Hershey Kiss underwear? I don't know, right? Hershey Kiss underwear. Do you ever think of that?
You probably think of that, right? The Hershey Kisses, Valentine's Day. Um, Amy Rose, right? BP was in this picture because there's an Amy Rose headless kind of thing going on right here. Confusion, you know? You gotta do a lot to confuse me, though. But, like, Amy's known as BP. She's around the Shadow of Colossus stuff. And they got this thing looking like a Mario 64 milk. That's why I prefer to call it Yellow. This is like a whole BP thing, like looking at you, right? So when I talk about like boobs is really cool to look at. It's very terrifying. That's why I want to find it. But like the headless, right? Because you know, heartless, right? Songs. But I'm looking for the head that's rolling. Side order, you're chasing a ball, you know? The head might not even roll too much, you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, you watch people's heads roll. See, so we gotta wait for what that is about, right? It's not necessarily just a head rolling, right? Because that would be easy. Like, you know, a head rolling, that'd be just easy. And you'd have all the, you know, like Link puts on the Goron mask, which is also brown. They made that terrifying. They made him putting on the Deku scrub and the Goron mask. They made that terrifying. They made that actually terrifying. So, you know, you gotta get to pink eye, you know, get poop rubbed in your eye. They made that stuff terrifying. The whole Deku scrub thing's kind of really messed up. Like trying to get the really deep picture of Deku scrub is really messed up because of the way I showed you. Link looks like Fallen Star, so it's a really messed up kind of thing that's going on there. Brown. Brown. I'm scared. I get scared when I like yawn, by the way. When I yawn, I get scared because it's like the whole brown thing is to be like